Even in hard times in our life, we still find the joy in the things that we do, in our children's smiles, in their hugs and their kisses, and their unconditional love. My kids may drive me nuts, and times might be tough, but they do make me smile. Never forget that. Here's some clips. And yes, I do ramble in this video.
Hey,
Maybe.
I'm gonna make up the doodle.
Okay, well, draw me pretty pictures so I can tape it. Okay?
Tape it? Oh, Jacob, you forgot a little bit of piece.
Hi guys. So, I'm gonna try to talk fast. I'm going to try to talk with not as much emotion as I would normally do. I'm going to try to hold my emotions in check. So, with that said, my name is Amber. This is Ooh Aah Crochet, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? So anyway, I haven't gotten my sewing machine out except for to sew on the Boy Scout badges, which I couldn't really do because they were too thick to go through. I haven't gotten my sewing machine out in probably 12 years, maybe 15. It's been a long time. I did try to do it. I tried to get help from Randy and Ella and my mom and dad, and for some reason my machine was, which I found out apparently, I don't know if you can see that, was leaving those loops, which it was on the bobbin side, which led me to believe that it was the bobbin tension, and apparently it is not. It is the top tension that I needed to fix. I tried different settings, I tried cleaning out the bobbin area, I tried doing all kinds of different numbers. It didn't work, and it was wasting a lot of time. So I did have another machine from my friend Cassie that I had gotten a couple years ago during a class reunion. She knew that I was pretty crafty and I did a bunch of stuff, and she gave me some yarn and her extra sewing machine. She actually is a crafter herself. She makes bags, beautiful, beautiful bags and wallets, and hand sews them, and she's amazing. She's also a farm girl, and yeah, so we go way, way back. Anyway, I had this machine from her, and so I pulled it out, and it took me 2 seconds, and it worked like a charm. I wasted hours trying to figure out the other one, but I didn't want, you use what you have, and you try to make it work, and I just thought, well, I'll try to make this one work. It probably just needs to be serviced. So, that being said, that's a long story short. Long story long, I guess. I've been making masks. So, just to show you how it goes on. Now, I just started last night, so I haven't made a lot of them, but so the loop, so you put it on like that, and then you can tug it, and there's a little piece of metal, like a little, I brought it to show you, just green gardening metal, and then you can tie it around, and tie it in the back, and, you can, whatever, but that piece of metal there forms it to your face, and then you've got this, you can tighten it as tight as you want. So I'm going to go over what I did and different options. And of course I didn't tie the shoelace on this one, so I'll have to fish that through. But on the bright side, using a shoelace, you can fish it through because it's got the shoelace. Anyway, there's a video which I will link down below. It's an easy face mask. I probably watched it half a dozen times just to make sure I was doing everything right. But you have a cord. I'm using a shoelace, They were brand new shoelaces from the Dollar Tree. You can get 8 sets in a package, so they ranged from 54 inches all the way down to 24. So if you wanted to make kids masks, instead of having to have that extra length, so this is 54 inches, and again, I'll string that through. I forgot to knot this one on the end, so it didn't go through. But yeah. So anyway, so you, all the instructions are in that video, and I will link that down below. It is pretty simple. The video itself is only 7 minutes long. They see these masks to make are 5 minutes. However, when your machine is when your machine is not working, it takes you a little longer to figure it out. But once I got it figured out, the hardest part was cutting. So I cannot, for the life of me, find my long, clear cutting board. I have my big giant ones, like the ones that you can, see 24 inches across and 24 inches wide, whatever. I have that, but I don't have my clear one. I did find a rolling one, so I'm not really sure where I got that one from, but I have it, and so I've been using that. My rotary cutter is amazing. Haven't used that in a long time either. It does hurt this part right here in my hand, so I do notice that. Just the pressure of having to push down on the rotary cutter. But that's just me. My hands hurt, and that's just how I've always been. But yeah, so anyway, they're super simple. So you encase that little piece of metal in this. You use 2 different fabrics, so you can tell which side is the inside, which side is the outside. This pattern here actually had the pocket for a filter if you want to put one in there. I have been reading or watching different videos that say do not use the HEPA filters. My mom said she doesn't want filters because you don't know what you're breathing in. Those chemicals could leak into your body, whatever's are in those filters that aren't made for humans. So just be cautious of that if you're making them. I guess if you're going to make them for yourself, then you know the precautions, you know what you're getting into, right? So, but anyway, super simple. So after I got the machine ready tonight, I made like 4 of them within an hour or so. Again, I haven't sewed in 15 years or so, so it's just it takes me longer to iron, which totally thought of Kim. Hi Kim, I miss you. Oh my god. Totally thought of Kim while I was ironing the other night. I took all of my cotton. They might call you a hoarder, a crafter. Sometimes they call us crafters, hoarders. Crocheters, knitters, crafters, plastic canvas. It doesn't matter. If you're a crafter, you're a crafter, and you could hoard supplies. My supplies happen to be 20 some years old, some of them. Yeah, but hey, in a pandemic, they come in handy, don't they? So I took all of my cotton that I had in my my crafting supplies, which I had to unbury because remember we've been packing the basement. I had to find all those, and that's probably why I can't find my cutting board too. But anyway, oh, and I just got out of the shower because it's cold in my basement, so I was taking a shower to warm up. But it was also nice because I could take a shower without having the kids interrupt me because they're sleeping. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I took all my cotton fabric, I put it in the washing machine because they do say to wash it before you start. You're supposed to wash your hands before you start working on that kind of stuff, so just keep that in mind. And if you're sick, definitely don't be working on it because you don't want to give a mask to somebody if you're sick. What else? Oh yeah, so I washed all my cotton, and of course it came out in one big, gnarly mess because of all the the frayed ends. I suppose I could have put it in a bag or put it on a gentler cycle or something. I don't know. I just didn't. So it wasn't too bad. Not too bad of a mess. So my biggest thing was ironing. Oh my God, Kim, I can't. I don't know how you iron every week. I don't. I don't. Mm-mm. No. And of course, I have a $20 iron, so it probably doesn't work the best, and it doesn't get used. So it's probably laughing at me while I'm trying to use it. Um, what else? So, anyway, that all to say that I have a whole stack of cotton sitting on my table downstairs, and I went to the Dollar Tree, and I have some of this in my stash somewhere. Um, but yeah, so then you just bend the wire on top of itself, and use the pliers to make sure it's down. But so I went to the Dollar Tree, Ace Hardware, and Dollar General, which are all within like a block of each other, right? So I didn't drive very far, and I kept my distance from everybody. If you were up in my grill, I'm giving you the mommy look, and you better back off. That's kind of. But of course, I smile because I'm me and I can't help it. So anyway, Dollar Tree. I got shoelaces because I thought, okay, I'll try those. That's simple. And then she does recommend in that video to use clothesline cord, which is difficult to find. They did not have it out the Dollar Tree that I could find that wasn't plastic. And you should use a synthetic clothesline or a cotton, uh, you know. But anyway, I went to Ace Hardware first, and I found the synthetic clothesline. It was $5.99 for 100 feet. I figured, well, we'll get 10, I think 10, 50 or 60 inch. Can't remember what it was, but I did calculate it, so it wasn't that much, if you broke it down. I did get 2 of those, so I have plenty of that, and then, can't remember. So that's all I got at Ace Hardware, and then I went to Dollar General, which was literally like 12 feet from Ace Hardware, right on the corner, and I got I got clothesline from there too, which was a cotton. It didn't really say if it was, didn't really, I don't know. It was soft, and it was 100 feet. Again, like $4 over there. So I know a lot of people are without hand sanitizer and toilet paper and different things that they need, like flour and rice and different things. I recommend highly, especially in my town, everybody's going to Hy-Vees and Walmarts and Targets, the big box stores. Go to the smaller stores. There'll be less people. There's a general supply of things. They had toilet paper in every one of those stores that I went to. It's not fancy, but if you're in need of toilet paper, guess what? You're going to use it, or you can grab some dried up leaves from outside. You can go camping style. But they had all that stuff there. So that's my recommendation. If you're looking for something, go to the hardware stores. Even if you're crafting something like this stuff, they have all this stuff at the hardware stores. It might not be the same Joann's Fabric version of it, but there is still a version out there for that. So just different options to use besides elastic. I did talk to my mom, who is not a nurse. She works in housekeeping, and that the nurses and people are complaining about the elastic in the masks because it hurts their ears. Now this on my wrist after a while hurts it. It leaves a mark. So you can imagine the tension from your ear to your face. It's going to leave a mark. So I just thought this mask was easy. That's what I'm going with. Not to say that the masks with the elastic aren't great, because guess what? we need masks. So anything that you have in your house that you can do to make a mask, hey, more power to you. Our school, it just put out a call to have masks made too, so if I can make them, I will try. I'm definitely not trying to make any money or anything like that off of them. I think I might just, if I have an abundance after I give some to my mom and maybe some of her colleagues, I'll probably just try to get the money back for my supplies and that's it. So, and I didn't spend that much at the 3 stores. It was like $15-20, so not a big deal. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so I have all my cotton. I just have to cut it out, and that'll be the hardest part, is trying to cut the 10 by 8 out, and then to remember to sew the right sides and the back sides and the front and the back and right sides together, that kind of a thing. That was I made a mistake or two, but they're just for me right now and for my mom. So I'll figure it out. It's just like when you're making bags to sell or something, or Ella or Randy or those guys, when they make bags, they change their patterns if they don't like it after a while. If it doesn't work, you change it. So I do have some stitch markers to show you that I made. I made these like a week ago, and I have not put them up on Etsy yet. I just haven't had a chance. I did have a really big order for Billy. I did get that finished and put in the mail. And then three other orders go out this week too, so that was pretty exciting. But here are, my mom gave me these beads. Can you see those? I don't know. They look like little yarn balls to me, so this set is 5 through 8 with the 5.5 and the 6.5. And then this set is a lighter color of the same kind of bead. I believe it's G through K or L. G through L. So, oops. One is kind of pinky and the other one's kind of a red-white. And then there is, I should have put these all together, but there is a gold, kind of a gold nugget bead, and then this black, I don't know if it'll focus. Still trying to see me. Anyway, so this set here, like I said, I don't have it all together, but there's 6 of them. That again goes from 5 to 8. So all those will be up on Etsy. I probably will only ship out probably on Mondays and Fridays. So if I get stuff done over the weekend, I can go shop on Monday, or I'll have Dawn do it. I'm not going to my parents' house to print labels because my mom and dad have enough to worry about with her working at the hospital and her coming home and potentially exposing my father, who is 69 years old. He's old, and he's obese, which is one of those things that you have to look at. The more you weigh, especially if you're top heavy, like we kind of are, we're built that way. What do they call that? The apple shape, or I don't know, where you carry all your weight in your tummy. If you have lung issues already, trying to breathe, and then you get this thing, yeah, it's not good. So, and he's already sleeping with a CPAP. So, yeah, that's what those are called, right? The CPAP machines. So, anyway, so stitch markers, got those out. So I'll probably change the shipping on Etsy so it reflects that. I think I have it at 1 to 3 days. I'll probably change that to 3 to 5 days, so I should be able to catch those windows in there. And I do apologize if I was late on a few. Sorry about that. Just couldn't get out. What else? today was very emotional for me, and that's probably why I'm rambling more than usual. But actually, the last 24 hours was very emotional, and so last night when the kids went to bed, I was spent. I started bawling. I couldn't control myself. There was just, I was scared and worried and just frustrated. And so, yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's how I went. That's how last night was. Like, I was worried, like, we weren't ever going to have school again, or not this year. And, um, just life in general worries, right? And the kids were just, they took me to my break. I was done for the day. And then today, about 3 o'clock, 3:30, the governor of South Dakota declared that there will be no school for the rest of the school year. So, yeah, my anxiety again brought me to tears, and I just, yeah, I love my teachers at Garfield. I absolutely adore them. I love the school. I love the principals. I love the staff. And my kids love their school. I This homeschooling stuff is just rough. I mean, maybe if I didn't have Connor or Daisy trying to get my attention, or not being jealous of the other kids, or once you bring the electronics out and trying to teach the other kids with the electronics, the other two just want to join in, and I can't like separate them. Without Connor being in a nap, that's just where we're at right now. Like, Connor has to be sleeping or eating, or somebody's holding him, which if you've tried to hold a 2-year-old, yeah, good luck. But yeah. I haven't sat down and discussed with the kids that they are not going back to school this year. Like, they haven't really discussed in the school district how that's going to work. So there's that. I guess we just keep on keeping on, right? You just keep going on until we can't anymore, and that's kind of built into our DNAs as being a mom. You just keep on keeping on, and each day is a new day, and I know that everything happens for a reason. And even though I don't go to church every week. I haven't been to church in years, but I do have my own faith, and I won't, this isn't the channel for that, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I know that last year we were given struggles, and if that had happened this year during the same time, I don't know where we would be, and there's several of you out there know what I went through last year. It was crazy. But during that time, I had my mom, my dad, my friends, my daughter's friends. I had support. I had people helping me. I was able to leave my house. I was able to have mommy time still. It was a complete different animal than what we are going through right now. There is no escape. There's no, even the bathroom isn't safe in my house. And I know all you parents out there know that bathrooms are not a safe, you can't, you could lock the bathroom door. But my kids can unlock the bathroom door already. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's payback for annoying my mother. When we were little, me and my sister always went into the bathroom when my mother was in there, because that was the only place we could tie her down. Not tie her down, but catch her, you know what I mean? In a vulnerable state where we could ask her questions and just have conversations. Anyway, all that being said, I had a rough afternoon. I was thankful that I had found out within an hour of Donnie coming home, because I really needed him to be home. I did have a conversation with my sister, and my parents tonight, which helped a ton. Just to know that, you know, they were still there, and yeah, we're family, and we'll figure it out one day at a time. So anyway, I am sorry the lighting. It's my computer backlighting me, I guess. Not enough light in my living room. So I have done work. Yeah, there's crochet in here. the the night scene is almost there. Almost. I have 4 more rows. So I kept saying I'll get it done Saturday. I'll get it done Sunday. I'll get it done yesterday. Nope. We did, however, get cabinets put in our dining room area. I showed you the pictures of the dining room table. Well, we put on the walls that were empty still, we put some more cabinets. So they're there, but they're not installed yet. So those are just temporarily there for now. But we've been doing a lot of work, and so yeah. I mean, when Don's home, I gotta work with him, and we have to partner up and do that kind of thing. So, just like Ella said, when Devon's home, she focuses on Devon. So that's what you gotta do. I did order my Imperfect box for this week, and so hopefully that'll come on Wednesday. I haven't checked shipping yet, but we'll see what's in there. There's not a lot of vegetables choices because obviously there's a lot of people getting those boxes now, and there's just not a lot of choices. So I encourage you to buy local if you can. Go to your grocery stores. Fruits and vegetables are not things that people are buying. They are buying staples. But we still need to have those fruits and vegetables eaten so they don't go to waste. So, what else? You can freeze milk, and so if you want to get stuff like that, if you're in an area where they're not limiting your milk, there was a video that I was watching that, or the newscast actually was saying that farmers are having to dump their milk, and I was like, what? I I mean, to me that was like a what? Like no, you can't waste food. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am totally one of those moms that you can't waste food, you can't waste food. And then one of my friends, Cassie, actually the lady I got the sewing machine from, posted a video about farmers and the milk. The transition from the farmers that sold their milk to restaurants and schools versus the transition to grocery stores is where the problem is. So you have a 200% increase in the grocery stores and the 200% decrease from the schools and the restaurants. Well, the way they're packaged is where the waste is coming in because there's not enough packaging and distributing to get that milk out. So yeah, if that makes a lot of sense, I don't know, but it makes sense to me. Like the jugs that you put the milk in, there's not enough people making those jugs right now to make up for the little cartons and the restaurant style cartons that we had before for the restaurants and the schools. So just it'll take time, but hopefully and they still got to keep milking because if you don't milk a milk cow, they stop producing. So unfortunately, I understand. I wish that they would try to sell it locally. You can't get raw milk, and I've been watching a lot of homesteaders, so if I sound like I know something, I don't. I really don't. I've just been watching homesteaders. It's hard to buy raw milk from farmers, so it would be nice if they had reached out to try to sell that milk or to donate it. Yeah, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent again. Anyway, I do hope to make some more stitch markers. I will try to get these up online when I post this video. I do hope to get this done, and my nieces are obviously not coming for Easter, which is heartbreaking for them and for me because I miss them so much. So Maya Marie and Ashlyn, if you're watching, I love you. In Tupperware, when we would get upset, like at district meetings, we would turn around in circles, because then you're distracting yourself. So you turn around in a circle and then you stop being a little emotional. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, so stitch markers, finish the blankets. I am going to make some headbands too, just some crocheted headbands with buttons. I have seen some just lace with buttons on either side, not lace, ribbon with buttons on either side, so people that have the elastic bands, if you would make them long enough to fit through the back, like your ribbon, depending on the size of the person, sorry about that, you could just do, instead of a whole headband, adding more weight to their head, adding more heat maybe, you just have this little band with two buttons that they could attach the elastic to. So lots of options out there if you want to help people. You could go through your cupboards and donate if you are so inclined to do so. I know I will tell you again that I can't tell you how grateful I am that in my city that they are giving lunches out to the students, that there's different companies that are helping to get those lunches out to students, to drive them to where they need to go. The volunteers that are doing all that stuff are amazing. But yeah, that's a great help, because if I would have to, that's just more grocery trips, So, and not what we're used to paying for, not used to what we're buying for, because that was all at school. So, anyway. So now I have to mentally prepare for the whole summer, like April, May, June, July, August, 5 months with my kids, all 4 of them. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a structure, figure out a plan. I gotta just do it. Anyway, I don't know if you're still watching by this point, but I love you all, and oh gosh, okay, mail. So I sent out packages. I did all the stitch markers I had for orders. Those are all sent out, and then I have packages ready. So I have the blue coat ready, the white coat ready. I just have to do a drawing for that. I will do that tomorrow night. After I get this done, I'm going to get that done tomorrow. Okay. So I will draw the 2 names for that off of that video. And if you're not familiar with it, that was the Epic Van Haul video. There was some vintage capes in there, so you can take a look at it if you'd like. Oh, jeez, sorry. You're on my table, my little table. And then I have a bag going out to Trish. And who else? One for Bonnie, and 5 bags ready to go. But, oh shoot, now it's too big for the file. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to edit. But anyway, bags will be going out. I just don't know, shipping-wise, when those will go out, but I will let you know. Okay, bye!